Here we have another video of another blonde revert to Islam who's really confused about why she has to actually follow rules. At first, you can convert and you get all kinds of wonderful attention and everyone's praising you and talking about how wonderful you are and what a great choice you've made. And then they start telling you what to do. And apparently she doesn't like being told what to do. And I wonder how she's going to get out of this. But let's go ahead and check this out.
Let's find it.
Yeah, learning about Islam, it's easy and it's
Wait.
fun.
Wait.
What?
I know this girl.
No, you don't.
I thought this is. I think. I don't know if this is the one, but there was one who in the past was like, "Please stop sending me all kinds of messages saying marry me, I love you," and things like that. I don't know if that's her. Maybe that's a different one. I don't know. They all look the same. White people. Anyway,
notice the pressure. Well, if you don't want us constantly harassing you for marriage and relationships and hookups, then you have to cover yourself. It's the only way. It's the only way. But it's just funny what she just said there. Learning Islam is so fun. But then, here we go. Super smart people, ladies and gentlemen, super smart people.
Yeah, learning about Islam, it's easy and it's fun.
Learning about Islam is easy and it's fun. You got this book, which is a bunch of Arabic gibberish, and you learn that, and then you find out it's just, there are all these massive multi-volume collections of stuff that you need to even understand what it's saying. It's so easy and fun. What do you actually mean right here, lady? You mean TikTok Islam is easy and fun. That's not, I don't know if she hasn't understood what she's gotten into. Shocker.
Then once you become Muslim, suddenly you have everyone on your head telling you everything that you're doing wrong and not encouraging you.
They're not encouraging you when they see you as a new Muslim influencer parading around the internet, showing off your hair, showing that you don't have to follow the rules of Islam and setting an example for young Muslim women. They start telling you what to do. Shocker. And look at what she has posted there. People have pushed me so far from Allah and Islam. They're pushing her away.
Ooh.
By doing what? By saying, hey, you're a Muslim now, follow the rules? Okay. Let me get this straight. You knew so little about what you were signing on for that you're surprised that they're telling you that's the shocking part. Because that would kind of be the first impression I would get from Islam. I mean, if you heard at all about the, protests in Iran, or if you've heard at all about things in Saudi Arabia, if you've heard any of this, it seems like something you would pick up. And she's like genuinely confused. I'm so confused. I thought this was just going to be fun. It's going to be this fun thing, and I'm going to get tons of attention. And now people are telling me what to do. I don't know. It's so confusing. All right.
Jeez, I'm looking at her TikTok. Her Instagram right now. She really needs to understand the culture that she's dealing with. Her last video is one where she's talking about how she doesn't feel like a Muslim anymore, but she's just trying to connect with it again, trying to reconnect. But the thing is also, in the video, she sits there wearing her pajamas and wet hair dangling down, chest kind of revealed. Have some cultural awareness. This is nothing at all. But in Muslim cultures, as a woman, like they tell you to cover up.
Yeah.
And this is certainly not how to appear.
Yeah, and guys, so this is, on the one hand, it's hilarious, right? On the one hand, it's hilarious. You have Western women from Western countries saying, oh, it's cool and fun. This is cool and fun to convert to Islam. And I get to dress up as a Muslim now, and I get to be a Muslim, and I get to go around saying I'm a Muslim, and I'm going to read the Quran, and I'm going to get so much attention. And so it's legitimately funny seeing people tick off a bunch of people in the Ummah saying, I don't have to follow your rules. I'll do what I want. I decide for myself what Islam is. That's funny. At the same time, I mean, this woman converted to Islam whether she stays or leaves, they're going to be harassing her for a long, unless she decides to get away from that, change her appearance so they can't recognize it. They're going to be harassing her every chance they get, no matter what she does now. If she remains a Muslim and continues acting like she is right now, they're going to harass her endlessly. Again, they're not just she's thinking of this is my life. I get to do what I want. It's my relationship with Allah. This is me, right? They're looking at her. No, same thing that Ali Dawah would say when he's talking about executing apostates. The rights of the community, they're more important. They're more important than your rights as an individual, right? So she's thinking of this from one perspective. They're thinking, we cannot allow this to spread. If we just let every new TikTok revert do whatever she wants and interpret Islam however she wants, this will destroy us. And therefore, we have to get her under control. And they're going to find a way to get her under control. That's if she remains a Muslim. If she says, no, I don't believe anymore, then she gets harassed as an apostate.
This is the stupid aspect of it. So there is a lot of... digging to find and understand why these people are get this idiotic idea of converting to Islam. But I would say that one of the reasons is probably that, especially in Western nations, right, people like her probably think that that Islam is this rebellious, this anti, counterculture thing, and if you go to it, then you will be relieved from something that pressures you here in this culture, and you go into this ultimate pressure culture. Actually, you go into the ultimate oppressive culture by taking this step and converting to Islam. So you want to be free, you want to make your own decision, and you want to convert to Islam, but then suddenly you find yourself in a religion where you are not supposed to make your own decisions. You're not supposed to be free. You're not supposed to take initiative. You're not supposed to do any of these things. You're supposed to simply follow the rules and obey whatever has been decided.
Mindless obedience is the criterion in Islam.
Mindless obedience, especially as a woman. Just think about it. You see men who convert to Islam, they are not pressured every day and every night to change their appearance, to do this and to do that. You could just say, oh, I converted to Islam, and I like this religion, and there is nothing visible about you that people will come into the comment section and pressure you on and say, oh, why don't you cover up, why don't you do this, why don't you go pray? You don't even have to show anybody that you pray or don't pray. But if you're a woman, they will bother you and bug you day and night, all the time, and this is what you have to deal with from then on. And since it is a religion that is the ultimately controlling religion when it comes to women.
I thought you were going to say the ultimately based religion.
No, controlling religion when it comes to women. This is the deal. So I don't know. Maybe you should think twice about converting, or maybe you should transition and become a man after you convert.
Yeah, maybe you should be aware. Yeah, or transition to being a man. Yes, AP is right. But I mean, think about it. Guys, this is a very serious issue, right? Like, we talk about her setting an example for others. AP, what might happen? What might happen if, so whatever country she's in, someone who's from Pakistan, a Pakistani family, moves to the UK, let's say, watches her videos, and the 15-year-old daughter decides, ooh, I want to be like Abbey. I don't have to listen to people wearing a head covering, and it's from a Pakistani Muslim family. And the teenage daughter decides she doesn't have to follow the rules like Abbey.
It's of course it depends on case to case basis, but it's very likely that this daughter would be
in trouble,
punished, would be probably told she has to stay at home until she obeys, and could get beaten, could get into
any number of punishments,
and it could even go as far as just I don't know, if it's a very, very religious and sick family, it could go into different circles of even further losing control into making her obey or even killing.
And guys, think about how serious this is, because I said that the criterion, I was not exaggerating when I said that the criterion in Islam is mindless obedience to what you're told. This is the Hillel Khan translation of Surah 4, verse 65 of the Quran. This is the Quran. But know, by your Lord, they can have no faith until they make you, Muhammad, judge in all disputes between them, and find in themselves no resistance against your decisions, and accept them with full submission. Islam is about submission to Allah, but it doesn't just tell you that you submit to Allah however you want or however you feel like. It tells you how you submit to Allah. You submit to Allah by mindlessly accepting everything Muhammad says. Find in themselves no resistance against your decisions. If Muhammad says it's okay to bang a little girl, you can have no resistance at all in yourself against that decision. If Muhammad says you have to cover up, you can have no resistance against yourself, or you're not a real Muslim. And so she thinks that, hey, I just decide this for myself, and I decide. He says, no, you're supposed to mindlessly obey what you're told. And so, interesting new version of Islam here, but let's let her continue.
With the small steps that you may be taking. Because the truth of the matter is that nobody can see what's inside your heart except for God. But they will see your nails, they will see your eyelash extensions, they will see your brows, they will see your makeup.
Yeah, because you're showing them to everybody.
And they will label you based on that.
Yeah, because their religion teaches them to do that.
So
their religion that you signed on for, that you entered into when you didn't have to, that's what their religion teaches them to do. Yes, genius insights here, lady.
Yeah. That's how I've been feeling lately, and that's why I've kind of been out of social media, because I needed to reconnect without anybody on my head. And
you're not reconnecting without anybody on you. It's not going to change.
I needed to get back to my journey, and not only
my journey
doing whatever other people tell me to do, or following whatever rule that other people are telling me that I should follow. I'm researching for myself. I'm following God for myself.
You know this, you see this trend, by the way? It was the same thing with the other. This is for myself. I study by myself. I decide what I do for myself. I'm studying this on my own. This is about me. And that's just antithetical to Islam. Lady, that's not what you signed on for.
Privilege. It's such Western privilege. It's people who grew up in Muslim cultures don't have this luxury. Mm-hmm. So maybe think about that aspect, right? You have this luxury, this freedom to sit here and think, oh yeah, I'm going to look into this, and I want to figure this out for myself, and I'm going to make progress, and it's going to be slow because I want to take it all in. You great, good for you. Very, very good for you. But people in Muslim cultures don't have that luxury.
Mm-mm. No.
Think about it.
And again, this woman is only getting away with this because she's in a non-Muslim country. She signs on to join a religion, and she can only act like this if her religion is not dominant in the country she lives in.
Yes.
It's the only way. It's the only way. She would not be allowed to be doing these things or saying these things in a Muslim country. And she signed on for a religion that calls for Islam dominating the world, which would destroy every bit of individuality that she is clinging to right now.
Yes. Islam is the opposite of this.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Abbey, Islam is the opposite of what you believe.
Yes.
And honestly, I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue posting about Islam on here, because the thing is, as soon as you start posting about Islam or the Quran on social media, you are a target for judgment.
Dude, look at this. Let me back this up. Let her finish this. Because what was she going to say? As soon as you start posting about Islam online, you are becoming a target. And it's like, a target from what? What? Islamophobes? Bigots? Racists? No, Muslims. That's very interesting. She's more worried. She's being harassed by Muslims to where she's not even thinking about Islamophobes. She's not even thinking about Islamophobes. It's Muslims harassing her. Interesting. It's good.
You are a target for judgment. You are a target for being picked apart for any small thing that you may be doing wrong.
Yes, you are. You signed up for it. It's this weird situation where part of me says you got what you deserved. If you fell for that, if you fell for some Dawa TikTok video and you converted and started posting your journey and not realizing what you're getting into, there's part of me that says you get what you asked for. You get what you asked for. You asked for it, and now you're getting it. And there's another part of me that says, no, you do have lots of people who just have been manipulated for years, right? She didn't come to this conclusion on her own. She's been programmed by politicians and journalists and so on for years to think that Islam is this great thing. And you join it and it's great and it's wonderful and it's fun and you're cool and you get lots of attention and you get respected. And so join it. And then you join it and whoa, this is not what I thought it was going to be. Yeah, get used to that. What you're told about Islam on TikTok and from politicians and from journalists has next to nothing to do with what Islam actually is. So this lady has to learn the hard way.
It's so funny that somebody who converts to Islam goes online and starts preaching and talking about Islam. Somebody who is born a Muslim doesn't just not properly observe Islam and then go and online and talk about Islam and preach Islam. That's not what happens. In a regular Muslim culture, somebody who looks like her and who is uncovered or naked wouldn't go online and preach about Islam. This stuff like this would be done by a woman who wears a hijab or a niqab or whatever it is. I just found out apparently that she's in Dubai. I don't know how that happens.
Whoa.
But she actually moved to Dubai at some point.
Oh, not good, not good. She's there for a husband. She's there for a husband. So bye individuality. That is not going to last.
And Dubai is such an illusion because it's like it underwent an extremely rapid change in culture, and you could say, oh, it's the Arab world, it's Muslim world, so probably a good example for Islam. It's not at all. It's like it has become very heavily culturally westernized in different ways. People are not observing Islam. Lots of foreigners are living there. Many regions, many areas of it are concentrated of just non-Muslims and non-Arab people. So many neighborhoods, they don't even feel like it's an Arab country or a Muslim country. Nothing is really enforced. You don't really have much contact with Muslim people. It's kind of like, living like saying, oh, I actually live in a Muslim country. I actually live in a Muslim culture. And then you go to Dubai and you're surrounded by a bunch of Western people. So.
Yeah, but the Muslim that she marries there will have, because I've heard this story over and over again, the Muslim that she marries will treat her like a princess.
Could be.
And then once she gets married, we'll still treat her like a princess, but there will be increased pressures on her. And hey, it's for my family. Come on, my family really wants you to start dressing this way and so on. And then there will be, hey, let's have some kids. And then she's going to find out, by the time she finds out that her individuality has been completely stripped away, it's too hard to get out at that point. It's too hard to get out.
Yep, that's true. That's what they do.
It would be completely life-destroying to change. So that's what they do.
That's what they do.
Welcome to Islam, Abbey.